Today on SAU News, singer-songwriter Cory Asbury drew a crowd of over 1,500 people to last Saturday night's Ignite Live event.
What's happening at the train tracks, and when will things finally get cleaned up?
These stories and more coming up.
SAU News starts now. Welcome back to SAU News. I'm Naomi Linder.
And I'm Alexis Dewey. Our weekly newscast is brought to you by SJC Productions in the School of Journalism and Communication.
When driving onto campus, there's no way that you can miss the wreckage of the train derailment that took place in December while students were on Christmas break. While transporting a 137-foot concrete bridge beam for the Apison Pike reconstruction project, semi-truck driver Jorge Luis Cruz Vega was crossing the tracks when a train struck the beam, going 70 to 80 miles per hour. 3 train engines and 10 rail cars were derailed. The train's engineer and conductor were sent to the hospital with injuries. Cruz Vega has been since charged in this case with failure to yield, a registration violation, and felony reckless endangerment. According to Collegedale Police, Cruz Vega never contacted the Norfolk Southern Railroad about his delivery route. This site has been getting cleaned up one day at a time, with many bystanders stopping by daily to assess the damage. Collegedale Police warn not to explore the railroad or around it, as it is a dangerous site and not worth getting charged or even arrested for trespassing.
When you enrolled to Southern, were you required to provide an ACT or SAT score? Well, if you did, you might find it interesting to know that Southern no longer requires these test scores in order to attend. According to Vice President of Enrollment Management, Jason Merriman, the university has not required ACT or SAT test scores since the fall of 2020 due to limited access to test centers during COVID. He says that this change has helped students and their families decide faster if they really want to attend Southern, rather than waiting until their junior or senior year to take the test and apply. Additionally, students who may have not been accepted previously due to low test scores are still welcome to be a student. Merriman also mentions that this is most likely why the school has had such an influx of freshmen recently. There is a benefit of still taking the SAT and ACT score, as those who do decide to take these tests and submit scores have more scholarships available depending on the scores they receive.
Speaking of test scores, Southern is removing super scoring from their full tuition scholarship criteria. After a significant increase in the number of freshmen receiving a full tuition scholarship using their ACT or SAT super scores, the school has decided to remove super scoring for the full tuition scholarship this coming fall 2023 semester and onwards. Super scoring is the average of a student's highest subscores from multiple test attempts. According to the Southern Accent, super scoring was added to the full tuition criteria during the fall of 2019, which greatly increased the university's spendings. Southern has introduced a new scholarship for students who reach the super score requirement, offering a 50% tuition scholarship. Southern will continue to review scholarships and grants annually to ensure that the university maximizes its limited resources to help as many students as possible to attend Southern.
Earlier this semester, Southern Village residents got an email announcing their curfew pushed later, from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Leaves are also now automatically approved, although students are expected to abide by Southern's leave policy. The email also stated that mixed company has to leave at the same time as before, and the Friday curfew remains. These changes were initially discussed last fall as village deans compared Southern policies to other Adventist universities. Village Dean Braithwaite shared with the Accent that their goal is to help students grow and transition into independence. If students have any questions, they can ask their deans or RAs for more information.
Last Saturday night, over 1,500 students, faculty, and local community members gathered in the gym to see Cory Asbury perform at this year's Ignite Live. The sold-out show featured singer-songwriter and Grammy Award nominee Cory Asbury for an interview with the Ignite hosts, as well as a live performance of his songs. The student-run production also featured a Southern's Got Talent show, featuring multiple singers and a spoken word performance. Asbury served on a panel of judges who awarded LEC Club with the most points for the performance of an original song. During the interview, Asbury had the audience erupting in laughter to his embarrassing tour stories. He also shared more vulnerable details about his life and his journey and his relationship with God. The final event of the show was a Battle of the Bands sing-off between the Merge and Engage worship teams. The night ended with Asbury singing Reckless Love alongside vocalists from both worship groups. This event was the product of several months of preparation from those involved in the student-led talk show Ignite. You can find their episodes and content on youtube.com/@SAU Journalism.
Last Saturday night was an exciting evening for another department on campus. A Southern School of Visual Arts and Design movie, All the Wrong Ingredients, was premiered at an AMC theater in Chattanooga.
Hey, that's a wrap on the movie, everybody.
If you are unfamiliar with this film, it is one that professors, faculty, and SVAD students and alumni of Southern produced and directed. Nick Lavanos, a film professor at Southern, wrote and directed the whole film. The movie was shown for the first time ever last week in a rented-out theater at a local AMC. The theater was over half full with friends, students, and cast members eager to see the movie. The cast and crew were present for the premiere and also did a Q&A after the screening.
All right, well, you watched it. What did you think of the movie?
The movie was actually so funny. Everyone in the whole theater was just laughing the whole time.
That
It was
sounds
so
great.
good.
What was your favorite part?
I can't spoil it in case everyone goes to see it.
Real. That's real. SAU News is a student-run production here in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Naomi Linder.
And I'm Alexis Dewey. Do you have a newsworthy story? Message us on Instagram at SAU_news.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our first newscast of the semester. We'll see you soon with more news for your school year.
Thanks for watching.